Welcome back to the Camp Attitude Podcast and part 2 of our interview with Sammi Haney, the star of Netflix's show, Raising Dion.
Real quick, what's the mission behind Disability Shirts?
The mission is kind of what I had said, just to spread awareness about disability, to spread acceptance and love. One of our kind of goals is for people to normalize it. We really don't like the word normal because a lot of times people with disability are treated as though they're not normal, but we really believe that whatever is normal for you is normal, and there is no real standard of trying to feel normal. I think if everyone's really honest with themselves, everybody on the inside feels like they're not normal and they don't fit in a lot of situations. And we just want people to realize that people with disabilities are just like you. And a lot of times, whenever we go out, if we're going out to a shopping mall or a store or something, and Sammi is with us, and some little kids will come up and want to play with Sammi or talk to her, because kids are taught racism. They're not taught to anything like that. They just think everyone is their friend, right? And so kids will just run up to Sammi and want to talk to her, and the parents a lot of times will come up and they'll see, oh, my child's interacting with a little girl in a wheelchair, and I don't think they're prepared to do that. They're probably going to offend her in some way or something, or this is going to be awkward. So they'll shoo their children away while they're greeting her and getting to know her. And they'll say, come on, kids, let's go this way. Come on. And they'll just shoo them away. And they're actually teaching their children that the way that you interact with people with disabilities is you ignore them. You treat them as though they're invisible. Just move on. It's awkward. We don't want to be a part of that awkwardness, so we're just going to move on. And so one of the things we're hoping to do with the company and with Sammi's social media accounts and her advocacy is just for people to see people with disabilities as normal people that you can interact with and just talk to. And instead of shooing the children away, why don't you just say, hi, what's your name? And just, treat that child like it's a normal child, like you would any other child in the store.
Very cool. Yeah, that's an awesome mission. And so I want to get on and I want to buy some shirts, 5 to 10 shirts, so we can kind of give them away when we air this podcast. And so how would I go about doing that? This is a good opportunity for you to kind of plug your website and how people can help out with the mission of the company.
Yeah, definitely. You just go to disabilityshirts.com. You can go into the categories and look at which category you're looking for, or you can just actually search by keyword. If there's something that you like there, a lot of Sammi, if you go on her social media for the bottom of the website, if you just scroll down to the bottom, you'll see all of her Instagram and Facebook links and everything. And she wears a lot of her shirts on her Instagram account if you want to see her wearing the shirts. But yeah, just disabilityshirts.com.
Now, Sammi, did you ever wear a shirt, one of your shirts while you were on Raising Dion? And if you did, which one was that?
Yes, actually we did.
Yeah, she did. That was really cool. We got a chance. She wore a shirt there that's has different does not equal less. And so she got to wear that on the show, and that was pretty exciting.
Sammi, I got a quick question.
Yeah.
I have 3 kids. I have a son in freshman in college, and another son who's a junior in high school, and then a daughter who's in 3rd grade. And we watch Raising Dion. We watched the whole season 1, the entirety. And, it kind of started out slow, and it was a lot of character build-up and introduction. And probably around episode 4, it really started heating up. And I noticed that throughout each additional episode, your role got bigger and bigger. And I don't want to give anything away about the show, but the last episode, you were in it quite a bit. And did you know that your part was going to be that big and that so many people would Raising Dion is a very, very popular series on Netflix. And did you know it was going to be that big when you signed up to act for the show?
Yeah. Well, they told us how many episodes we were going to be in.
Yeah, she had a contract that told her that there's a minimum amount that she would be in for the season, which was a very high number. And so we knew she was going to be in pretty much every episode. And we had all the scripts way before they started shooting as well. So she knew there is a big plot twist in the show, and we didn't actually let her read that part because we didn't want it to affect her acting. So she didn't know kind of the end until it got close, to shooting those scenes. But she knew pretty much everything else.
That plot twist blew us away. We were blown away from that. But did you guys have an inclination, Sammy, that it was going to be as popular as it is?
Well, we knew that it was going to be a good show because, we read the script and it sounded great.
And so
we were blown away when Netflix did the I think it was last week, they announced that Raising Dion was #1 on family and kid shows for Netflix. Then it was number 10 overall for all series on there. But we were blown away with that because Netflix really doesn't share their numbers with anyone, and so we were really glad that they shared that because then we actually knew, okay, the show is actually doing really well.
Well, and Sammy, you play a big part in that. It's I know in our household we really enjoy watching you act, and you're doing a great job. Really outstanding.
Thank you.
So, and I think you've got a long career ahead of you if you want it.
Yeah, she definitely is looking to do more acting. Yeah.
Yeah. So, are we going to see you on the red carpet one day? I know it, but I am saying that you're coming back. Is that all right?
We will try to fit it in if we can. I'm not sure. It just depends on her acting schedule.
Yeah, no.
The next OI camp is in 2 summers because they had an OI camp this summer. So maybe in 2 summers. Not this summer, but next summer.
Sammy, I got a question for you about Raising Dion. What is one of the best memories you have from your experience in season 1?
Well, Halloween, we got to go inside one of the buildings, and we trick-or-treated around the offices. It was really fun.
They had a big fire machine that was shooting up big fire. The special effects guy set up a bunch of stuff, so there's big fire explosions and going up into the sky and stuff.
But it was safe.
But it was safe, but the kids all loved it. They were all screaming every time they set off the machine.
So did you get a chance, Sammy, I guess Sammy and parents, to meet Michael B. Jordan at all during this process?
No, he actually filmed all of his scenes 2 weeks before she flew out there to shoot her first scene. So they had all of his stuff done before she even got there.
And where is it? Where's the location that it's filmed in?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Do mom and dad both go out there, or just mom?
Yeah, mom went out there, and then I stayed here, and then I pretty much just use all my vacation time to fly out there a few times while they're filming to visit.
If you don't mind, what do you do for a living?
I'm a graphic designer, so I work for a grocery company that does an ad that goes out in the mail. So I do all of the Houston stores. I do the front page for all those, and then we have in-store signage as well. And so that's my main job. And then obviously I do disabilityshirts.com as well.
Well, and you're also an actor, correct? Because you're in Raising Dion a couple times, correct?
Well, not really. Yeah, it was kind of funny. They called me and offered me the part, and I said, well, I'm actually in Texas. I'm not in Atlanta. And they said, oh, okay, well, sorry about that. I guess we'll, work something else out. And so then I thought, well, you know what? I shouldn't pass up the opportunity. So I called them and said, hey, if y'all will pay to fly me out there, I'll do the scene. And so they ended up, that worked out. So they flew me out there. And when they shot the scene, though, to me, it looked like the camera was right on my face, but it actually was just showing the car, because I was in the car.
Okay.
And
elbow.
Yeah. I think my elbow's in the shot, and you can hear me say sure, no problem. And so at least you hear my audio. If you pause the screen really at the exact right time, you can barely see my face through the windshield, but you have to pause it exactly perfectly or you don't see me. So So I'm barely in the show. I thought I was going to show my face, but it ended up being just so quick. But that's fine. I'm happy to. Anything's good. I'm not really an actor, so I'll take it.
So does that create any problems, any friction at home, having two celebrities in the house now?
No, I don't think so. There's only really one celebrity here, and that's Sammi, and she's always been kind of a sassy celebrity personality before she was one anyway.
So just so you know, Anthony has a face made for radio.
Okay.
Wow, that's brutal, isn't it? So speaking of Sammi and her acting career, how have you and your wife handled that? That's got to be, scheduled.
Yeah, it's makes us pretty busy. Handling her social media accounts, like preparing, taking pictures. We do 2 posts a day, so that keeps us pretty busy figuring out what can we post. Every day we have to post 2 things on social media. So that takes up a lot of time, and it's harder than you think when you have to constantly, put out something like that. And it makes us busy with schedules. There's always, interviews and doing different charity things and whatnot. So, flying out to LA and flying out to Atlanta. So it's made us very busy.
Plus, she was already pretty busy before because she has therapies and school, and then out-of-state appointments and things. Yeah.
So a lot of my our free time is gone, but we're having fun.
That's awesome.
Good. I want to go back to one thing you said, and you kind of said it in passing, but when you were talking about doing a website, and then you said, well, I didn't know if I could do it or whatever, and then all of a sudden Sammi had this opportunity, and then that kind of prodded you to do it. Is that what happened? I mean, is that what pushed you to get out into the website and doing some of that stuff?
Yeah. I just figured, she jumped in, the saying, jumping in with both feet, and I said, I just need to do this. And so to kind of force myself to commit myself to do it, there's a e-commerce platform that I have to pay for that handles all the finances and actually a lot of setting up the website. And so I got a discount by prepaying for multiple years of it, but it was pretty expensive. And I said, I'm just going to commit myself to this by buying it. So I have to do it so I can't back out. And so that's definitely what prompted it. I made a lot of mistakes along the way. I probably redid the entire website like 3 different times because I kept messing things up. I actually ended up destroying my arms quite a bit. I have cubital tunnel syndrome in both my arms and carpal tunnel syndrome in both my arms. And I have a lot of just daily pain because I was working on as a graphic designer during the day. And then at night I would work on the website, and sometimes I would stay up on the weekends till 7 a.m. at night working on the website. And in the process, I ended up destroying my arms pretty much. So that was a hard lesson that I was burning at both ends of the candle and didn't realize how much damage I was doing to my body.
Wow. Well, Sammi, you know what? We are so happy that you agreed to do this. We are big advocates for the special needs community, and we'll continue to do that. And we will definitely do everything we can to support. We think it's awesome you're doing the awareness with the shirts, and we'll do everything we can to support it. And Sammi, you keep on going because it's going to be fun to follow you. You've got a great acting career ahead of you if that's where you want to go. And make sure that you keep getting your mom and dad in there because they're going to get really jealous if you don't.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see what they do.
Yeah, we'll look for that. We'll try to stop it on their one spot so we see your face.
Yeah, you might be able to make it out.
All right. Well, hey, we really appreciate it.
Thanks. Yeah, it's an honor. Thank you so much.
You bet. Thanks, Sammi.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Priscilla.
You're welcome.
All right. You guys have a great rest of your Sunday.
All right. You too.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Wow, what a great interview.
really neat, special family. And I think Sammi hit it out of the park with that interview. What do you think?
Well, I mean, obviously she has a dynamic personality, like just unbelievable on the show. And it's funny because if you listen or if you watch the show, you see her kind of slowly creep in and then kind of take over the show. Almost.
Sure, pretty much, yeah.
She's got a great personality, and it's just cute. I mean, so many things that she says, and I still go back to that one point in the show where she says, "Can you please open the door?" And then when he does it, even though she's supposed to be mad, she says, "Thank you."
Yeah.
And it was interesting what the mom had to say about that.
Sure.
You never know on these shows. You never know who's going to say what and what the answers are going to be, and that's why I love this format.
I was impressed with just the fact that she had never acted before, never did any lessons, nothing. Just, mom saw something on an iPad about opportunity to maybe be an actress, and okay, I'll do it. Sure. I was like, wow, that was incredible.
And it was funny how she prompted her dad to, get into doing the website and the e-commerce for him and that stuff. And you got to know, man, as the little sister, that she's looking at her brothers going, nah, I'm on a TV show.
Yeah, I actually feel like she came across very humble, but true to the rumor of her being sassy. She was pretty sassy.
She was very, very sassy. The other thing, too, is, when Dad's talking about, hey, things get crazy, I'm working a lot of hours, just think about how much their life has been turned around by this.
Yeah, it's crazy. All the fact that she's homeschooled, that's a lot of work in itself for the mom as a teacher. And then to be all, traveling, down in the South to Atlanta and then to LA and all that, it just seems like they're pretty grounded. They're enjoying, this time in their lives and the experience that everyone's getting. And she seems just like a very genuine person, just like the person she portrays in Raising Dion.
Well, and how great is it now that we're getting more and more special needs into these shows, whether it be a sitcom, whether it be a movie. I could see her, in a full-fledged, on this big screen.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that she could do that. She's just a special girl. And I remember I asked her about her lines and stuff like that. And she said, "No, that's pretty easy for me."
I have a great memory.
Yeah.
I have a to-do list.
I have a steel trap going on up there.
Yeah, I got a to-do list to remind me for my to-do list. But
yes.
Awesome interview, great family, and we're just very blessed to have them on here.
Yep, what a kickoff. So, Big Ant. Do you mind me calling you Big Ant?
No, don't call me that.
Okay. Big Ant, why are we doing a Camp Attitude podcast?
Why don't you answer that question?
No, I want you to answer that
No,
question.
Go ahead. You're the president.
No, I want you to answer that question.
You're the president.
Oh, let's have a podcast. We could do that every 2 weeks, every month. Now let's hear it.
Dan, I really think you need to answer the question.
Okay. Why are we doing this?
Because we want to come across as professional,
Yeah. Well, we want to raise the awareness of Camp Attitude.
Okay. And how would we go about doing that in a podcast?
Well, we would bring people on that maybe would raise awareness of special needs.
Okay.
Which happens to be the community we serve. You do know that as the executive director, right?
I read something about that.
Yeah, so that's who we serve. But we might bring on different guests, and some may be campers, some may be families, some may be servants. Might even have a member of our board.
Sure. Just
let people know what's going on at camp.
I think that's a great idea, bringing on a bunch of different guests, as long as I'm the only one that gets to ask questions.
Well, no, I think that I'm actually doing very well on the question part.
Jury's still out.
Well, Big Ant.
There are tons of ways that you can help Camp Attitude. We're always looking for volunteers for our single-parent retreats that happen in the fall and the spring, and then obviously our major time of volunteer need in our summer sessions where we do 7 weeks. We're looking for high school students and adults to come up and serve, and we couldn't do it without them. Also, you can give financially to the camp. We have around a $300,000 or so budget, every year, and a large portion of that has to be fundraised. So you can go to campattitude.org and learn about volunteering, and you can click on the donation page to give, or you could just send us a check. P.O. Box 207, Foster, Oregon 97345. That's P.O. Box 207, Foster, Oregon 97345. We would love to have you partner with us in any of those ways, and we just couldn't do it without our volunteers and our donors. So please think about and pray about being a partner with us. We'd love it.
We want our listening audience, because that's who we are catering to at this moment, not to you and your needs, Anthony. But the audience, we want to know if you have anything that you would like us to cover, maybe topics, different people we could talk to. Please reach out to us. Let us know, and we will definitely take it under consideration. And I do most of the previewing, because Anthony would have, like, who knows on here, Siegfried. What time is it, Anthony?
Well, time to trade my sorrows, Dan.
I'm trading my sorrows. I'm trading my pain. I'm laying them down for the joy of the Lord.
Take a breath.
Check, mic, whoop, whoop.
Check, mic, whoop, whoop, whoop. Is it on? Are we on?
I think we are on, actually. I think we're live from Camp Attitude in Foster, Oregon. This is the first Camp Attitude podcast.
No, I actually think we're really on.